Hey everyone, and welcome to VBS Modeling. There is no need to introduce the Sukhoi Construction Bureau. Being famous for its combat aircraft, not a lot of people know the company also produced a series of world-class aerobatic aircraft. Starting with Su-26 and followed by Su-29 and Su-31, these little radial-engined aerobats, piloted by gravity-defying daredevils, took numerous awards all around the globe. Quinta released several kits in the past, but all of them were cooperation with other manufacturers. Plastic from Zvezda, Dream Model or others, but packed with their excellent 3D printed goodies, offering a cost-saving alternative. So Su-31 is their true first model in the so-called Maestro series kit. Designed under the United Aircraft Corporation license, of which part the Sukhoi Construction Bureau is, and from what experience I have with Quinta's product so far, we are in for a treat. As it is expected, the kit comes in a modern multimedia fashion. Plastic sprue parts for main construction, 3D printed decals for mainly cockpit elements, photo etch parts for additional detailing, a set of masks, and a large decal sheet for 4 different colorful options. Quinta also released several upgrade options, which elevate the model even further, but more on that later. There are 2 main plastic sprues. The first one contains major components like fuselage halves, wings, cowling, and flight controls. The plastic under magnification looks slightly textured and reminds me of Zvezda's plastic. However, after a coat of primer and some buffing, it turns out perfectly smooth. There is no flash present, pin marks are all located on hidden surfaces, trailing edges are nicely thin. As expected, the engine louvers are solid, but this is a limitation of plastic molding technology. Second sprue contains smaller detail parts. Cockpit sidewalls look really nice, while other parts like the seat and the instrument panel are flat and thus prepared for application of 3D printed decals. This sprue also contains tires, which have nicely reproduced threads, wheel struts, mass balances, parts for the engine, propeller, and 2 different spinners. The clear sprue comes slightly tinted, removing the need for a modeler to apply the tedious clear coat. There's several pieces present: the bulbous canopy, windshield that comes with a frontal bit of plastic that attaches to the fuselage. There's also some of the side windows and the bottom of the fuselage, which is also a larger piece that is integral to the fuselage. The first of the 3D decal sheets covers the seat, coming with a really nice crumpled fabric texture for the seat and a full set of seat belts. The other one caters for other cockpit details, either gray or black instrument panel, and some other little details you might find in the cockpit of this aircraft. The photo etch parts are dominated with parts for mass balances under the wings and wingtip attitude reference sights, as well as some hinges and antennas. The masks come pre-cut on a type of paper similar to kabuki, which is a good thing for such rounded shapes. Foil masks don't work that well on those. The decal sheet is quite large for such a relatively small aircraft, but with the flashy paint jobs these aerobats usually are adorned with, this is no surprise. Decals are printed by Begemot and the print is matte on thin glossy carrier film. Colors are nice and opaque, but there appears to be a little bit of offset on some of the little stenciled decals. It remains to be seen how much of it will be noticeable on the finished model. Nice touch is also the cutouts for the engine louvers and additional decals to cover those over such a difficult area. The instructions come as an A4 full-color booklet with a short history at the front and also a short thoughts on aerobatic flying written by Yevgeny Shukevich, but unfortunately not translated to English. Luckily, we live in the age of translator apps to overcome this. The build process is classic. We started the cockpit, close the fuselage, add the wings and the engine cowling and all other details, paint the thing, add the decals, and we are done. However, be cautious during construction. There are many subtle differences between the marking options, so you need to follow the instructions closely. My only gripe with the instructions are the painting instructions. There's just numbers marked, but no mention which paints are those. Since I suspect that this kit was done with the help of Zvezda, it appears they used their paint range as well, but forgot to mention it in the instruction sheet. And let's take a quick look at some of the additional upgrade sets you can buy for this model. Surface details and framing. The set gives you rivet details, some that's missing in the kit, some that can be replaced for a more defined and refined look, and there's also interior, windshield and canopy framing details in the form of 3D decals. Engine with closed cowls. 3D printed and highly detailed model of M14P radial engine with closed cowling. The kit comes with fully deployed radiator flaps, so the engine cannot be seen. This upgrade set comes with partially opened flaps, so the cylinders are seen in the background and the cowling lures are crisp and open. Engine with removed cowls. Similar set to the previous one, but with cowling in separate pieces as well. All the mechanical stuff behind the engine and to the firewall can be seen, including various tanks, pipings, and support struts for a super detailed version of your model. Deflected control surfaces and exterior detail set. As the name suggests, we get the tailplanes with deflected elevators, correctly repositioned control stick for the cockpit, and some other smaller exterior detail. Landing gear and wheels. The kit comes with fiberglass wheel struts and 3D printed tires and tail wheel assembly. Ground support equipment. 3D printed set containing wheel chocks, tow bar, gas cylinder trolley, and maintenance step ladder. Svetlana standing near her Su-31. 3D printed figure of the famous Russian aerobatic champion Svetlana Kapanina leaning onto the wing of the aircraft. Su-31 Around the World, Part 1. This is primarily a decal set, bringing us 7 additional marking choices on 2 extensive decal sheets. Markings include: first prototype, as seen at Le Bourget in 1993, Russian Gold, as seen at Max Zhukovsky 1995, black and yellow one of the multiple world aerobatic champion Yurgis Kairis from 2021, A very striking white and silver one with the skulls artwork and modified exhaust system of Kairis from 2009. November 131 Brown Whiskey as seen at 2007 AirVenture Oshkosh. Test aircraft from Sukhoi Construction Bureau, which is preserved as a monument at company's Moscow headquarters, and a Spanish-registered Aeroshell one as seen at Zeltweg Air Show in 2003. Set not only includes the decal sheets but also 3D printed parts and fiberglass wheel struts to cater to all the differences between all the aircraft presented on the sheet. I would like to thank Alexander Trofimo and Quinta Studio for sending me the sample. If you want to see how she builds, tune to my VVS Modeling Facebook and or Instagram accounts and follow the regular build updates. Also expect the full build review video when the model is finished. And you know how it goes. If you like this review, please like, comment and subscribe. Every voice matters. Till the next time.